Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Jwal Sports. We are back here with another episode.
Another. Hey, Pistol,
This,
our receiver, hit my line. Hit my line.
what is up with you in this? When you bench your seasoned veteran quarterback this late in the season, it's sending a message to the team.
Then goes out. And now they want to play with some heart. They want to play with some effort.
I see why Doc got fired. If you're not gonna make the adjustments as a coach, you need to go up and get up out of here.
Wentz has regressed. And it's a mental.
Disclaimer: he might have some outrageous, Max Kellerman type, things to say today. I don't know what he's gonna say, but the way he's starting off this video, it is giving me them vibes.
Good evening, everybody. Appreciate you for tuning back in. Today it's another exciting week because not an exciting week because we gotta wait 2 weeks for the Super Bowl now. That's gonna throw me off, but it do give me a chance, get in my bag with my basketball stuff. But it's all right. Before we start this show, I want to highlight a couple players who are HBCU alumni, and they will be competing in the Super Bowl that's going to be on February 7th. We got Nick Leverett and Ryan Smith, who are from North Carolina Central University, Anthony Hamilton and Alex Brown from South Carolina State, and Quentin Bell from Prairie View A&M. They will be representing the HBCUs in the Super Bowl. All right.
Fun fact, I don't know him all that well. I know of him, but I did go to high school with Nick Leverett. He went to my high school his senior year. So,
I forgot he is from Concord.
Yeah.
Hey, it's crazy. For my internship, I wrote a press release on both of them because, I interned at Central. So I did my own press release and everything. So if y'all want to go check that out, it's at, nccueaglepride.com. It's going to be right there on the front page. So you go tap into that. All right. So even after all the talk on how Aaron Rodgers wanted someone to come to the Tundra and play them in the AfC Championship game, he got his wish. In Tampa Bay Bucks, they went down there, and the GOAT went down there, and he handled what he was supposed to handle. It wasn't a very impressive win, but, he got the job done. Aaron Rodgers, he threw for 346 yards, threw 3 touchdowns, threw an interception, was only sacked 5 times. Yeah, 5 times. While Tom Brady, he threw for 280 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. It was only sacked once. That was a really good game, down to the wire. How you feel about it?
I was going for my man Discount Double.
Yes, sir. Discount Double check.
And he played his game, the numbers don't lie. He played a really great game.
Right.
And he had a couple drives where they didn't result in anything, even after interceptions, which is hard to say, but they kind of got cheated, if you want to call it cheating. That's a segment in itself. That
is a whole other segment.
But that was a really great game. I don't even like Brady like that, and he even played well. He got the job done.
Tell the people why you don't like Brady.
I just don't like Brady, man. I'm tired of seeing that man. I'm tired of seeing that man, like deep in the playoffs, man. I need him out.
So now Sean's a hater, y'all.
But you said it too. You said you tired of him too, right?
I'm tired of seeing Brady win, yes, but congratulations, good job for winning. But it's like how people were like, oh, we're tired of seeing LeBron in the playoffs every year. Like, you just want to see some new faces, new competitions, stuff like that.
I am too, but I respect LeBron off the court, so it ain't a problem with Brown. Cool.
Yeah, I understand, but it's okay. You're a Brady hater.
Nah, I take that proudly.
Yeah. But to me, this game, it came down to 4 different parts. 4 different things really decided this game. The first one where they messed up, you gave Tom Brady the ball first. Why? I don't know. And when you give him the ball first in your house, and he goes down and he scores the touchdown, that gives him momentum, just like they did. 9 plays, went for 66 yards, resulted in a touchdown. Now he's in a rhythm. Instead of him, he got to sit on the sideline, get cold for a second, and watch you go down and score a touchdown or potentially score a touchdown. They didn't do that. So they played from behind from the beginning. Then at the end of the second quarter, they ran a single safety man defense. Why did you run a single safety man defense when you know it's less than 20 seconds on the clock? They have no timeouts. What else are you going to do? They're not in no V formation. There's nothing else you can do. That's why Tom Brady threw a 39-yard touchdown to Scotty Miller, and that's when the Bucs went up 21-10 instead of 14-10.
17 or 14 at the half.
Yeah, it was, being up 4 points at the half. You go into that with a little bit more confidence. Then the third thing was Aaron, he should have ran that. We all know what play we're talking about. He should have ran it, but he did. And in his defense, he thought he was going to get a fourth down. I'm going to go for it on fourth down. The man is the MVP pretty much. Give the best. Honestly, you just got to go for it.
The franchise player who you trusted all season to get the job done and got your team into this position in the NFC Conference Championship game, and you're not even going to give him a chance. You're going to trust the defense,
right?
Against Tom Brady.
Again, exactly against Tom Brady. Like
he doesn't need a drive, he doesn't need a field goal, he doesn't need a touchdown, but a first down.
Exactly,
a singular first down.
Right, and I understand the analytics of it, or get the field goal, get the stop, and then go back down and score. But it's a lot harder to get the field goal, then go score with X amount of time on the clock, then to score the touchdown, then get to the 30 or the 40 and kick a field goal and win the game. Now, my sophomore year, right, I had a roommate. All this boy did was play Madden or the game, period. Like Saturday morning, he wake up at 7 o'clock. The first thing I heard was the beep. That PlayStation was cutting on. He was getting on the game. He played it so much, we started betting people on campus like, yo, you're not going to beat my man Greg's. I put 100 on him. He won every time. To my knowledge, he's still undefeated on campus. And when he used to play, he used to have to go for, the fourth, he has to, fourth quarter drive, fourth quarter stop, whatever he needed to do to win the game. While we sitting there playing, he looked at us and be like, yo, you got to risk it to get the biscuits. And that's exactly what he did. And he won the game every time because he risked it. And even if it didn't work out, he was going to risk it again, because what if you got to lose at this point? If you risk it and and we out $100, that's okay. At least I know you risk it and you ain't kick the field goal. It's pretty much, same concept. He put pretty much the entire offseason, everybody's going to be talking about, oh, why did he go for the fourth down? Why did he go for the fourth down? They're going to be talking about, why Aaron could have ran it, but why he didn't go for it on fourth down is going to be the bigger talk around the offseason. And now, that puts a pretty much, it's pressure on you all offseason, because we know how Aaron is. Aaron's a bit of a diva. He we know how he got Mike McCarthy out of his job. And that, you put it in his hands and he doesn't get it, the blame is all on Aaron. You're like, hey, look, I gave it to him. He was unable to make the play, but you know what? We'll be back next year again.
That's something you can live with.
Exactly. I don't know what he was thinking. But yeah, those are the 4 reasons they lost the game.
Plain and simple.
Plain and simple, man. You got any final thoughts on
that? Nah, man. I was so upset. I got on Madden myself and started playing with the Packers online. No cap. Oh me. And have not lost like your roommate from sophomore year.
Did you play against the Bucs, or you just played against somebody regular?
It was online, people choose whatever.
Okay,
I didn't. This one dude did play with the Bucks. I made him quit. Now I felt really good about myself.
And at least somebody know how to play with the Packers. Yeah. All right. The next game for the NFC Championship, it was the Bills versus the Chiefs. The Chiefs, they were able to get past the Bills, to accompany the Buccaneers in the Super Bowl, back to back. They running it back, but early in the game they were down 9-0. And then they put the heat on them and went up 31 unanswered points to cruise to a victory. Wow, I don't think we've literally seen a team be able to put up numbers like this whenever they want.
The offense is scary, man. I mean, they did the same thing last year. They had a couple games where they were down big numbers, especially I think it was a Houston game. They were down 24-0.
They were down 21-0 at the end of the first, and then the second quarter they put up 28 points. Third quarter they put up 13 points. Fourth quarter they put up 10 points.
The offense is explosive. It's powerful, and it's scary to go against. And just imagine trying to suck that week to week.
Right, and then now you give that offense 2 weeks to plan. And it's crazy, but I do want to give a shout out to Cole Beasley. He was playing with a broken fibula, and in the playoffs he had 3 games with 145 total yards and 14 receptions on a broken fibula. Shout out to Cole Beasley, man.
Yeah, shout out Cole.
Yeah, but
what I saw from the Bills, though, man, is just first year team that not a lot of experience that deep in the playoffs, so a little inexperience there with not only from the players but the coaching staff too.
right.
So it was good to see them back in the playoffs as a franchise and to see how far they went winning 2 playoff games and having a chance to play in the Super Bowl. But watch out, league. The Bills are here.
Right. You know who they remind me of?
Who?
The Chiefs. Remember when the Chiefs they went to the conference game and they lost to the Patriots because the most terrible rule in the NFL is that overtime rule where you go down and you scored in your first try, it's over for the other team. They don't even get another chance. Wow, I don't know why we haven't changed it yet, but it's okay. It's all good. Yeah, that's pretty much that's what they remind me of, and we're gonna see this team back next year. They're gonna get another receiver to complement Diggs. And if they
watch out, Lee, because Diggs was the only Bills player left on the field watching that ceremony.
I've seen that.
It's about to get scary next year.
Yeah, he gonna go for 1,500. I'm calling it 1,500. But yeah, the run defense for the Chiefs was very good. They rushed for a total of 128 yards, and Josh Allen scrambled for 88 of those. So that's what you.
Back.
Yeah, they do need a running back, but that's what you want the Bills to do. You want the Bills to have to struggle to run. You want Allen to run for 88 yards, 100 yards, because that means he's not killing you in the throwing game. You can get you get some stops. Patrick Mahomes threw three touchdowns. He didn't throw no interceptions. Was 325 yards. Just all around great game, especially off the concussion, especially off of the jam toe.
He came back like he didn't miss a beat.
Right, but I love how versatile his game is, because Patrick Mahomes is a very mobile quarterback. But how much did we see him run that game? How much did we see him scramble outside of the pocket? It wasn't very much, and he still threw for 325 yards. So I like how he can do both and still be an elite quarterback.
He was throwing some Donaronies in there.
Yeah, he was. That man, cold. But it's all right. I had a line I was gonna say, but I'm gonna save that for later. We're gonna save this one for later, y'all.
All right,
All
all
right.
right.
So Tom Brady is going to his 10th Super Bowl appearance in 21 years. That it sounds crazy, but yeah, 10 Super Bowls, 21 years. No other player, no other quarterback has done this. Does this make Tom Brady the undisputed GOAT in football
For now,
for
you
now?
know, who knows what the future holds? So I'll say for now.
Yeah, I think with the way that Mahomes is like ascending, he could catch him. That's like the only person I feel at this point could catch him. It's either Mahomes or it's somebody 3 or 4 years that's in high school still. Pretty much. Somebody's gonna be in high school. But Tom Brady, very impressive season. His he has besides 2 seasons where it was his rookie year and it was the 2000
Eight.
no 2000 I think it's like 2006 2000 either 2006 2007. Those are the 2 years where he only played one game, that season where he was hurt. He's only thrown for less than 3,000 yards one time. He's second in passing yards with 79,204 behind Drew Brees. Second in completions with 6,778 behind Drew Brees. First in touchdowns, 581. 6-9 in the Super Bowl. 10 Super Bowl appearances. 44 playoff games and 33 playoff wins. Crazy numbers.
I'm gonna tell you, I got a couple too. You know, I'm trying to be like you when I grow up. You know, you feel me?
Hey man, my son always want to be like me. It's okay.
Well, that's all, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Now, but no quarterback has started in more than 5 Super Bowls, and just to think about it, he's going to a chance to win his 7th Super Bowl, and a couple of the Super Bowls he didn't have a true number one wide receiver, which is really impressive. But Dan Orlovsky,
This
I
time
saw
he got
that.
a true number 1, 2, 3, and 4. And
That's it.
five because we gonna count Gronk too. So he got true 5.
Yeah.
He got 5 true number 1 receivers. Sheesh.
But that's just yeah. But Dan Orlovsky tweeted out the other day, Tom Brady will have played in 18% of all Super Bowls, 23% of the ones since he was born, and 48 since he's been drafted.
That's crazy.
And much as I don't like him, you can't argue with those numbers, man.
Yeah, I agree with you. As much as I really don't rock with Tom like that, he that man. He get it done. And I give it to him. Tom, you got it. I don't know if anybody's gonna catch you. I low key hope somebody do catch you. I hope it's Patrick Mahomes. But yeah, you got it. You got it. So yeah. So we've decided, Tom, you're the undisputed GOAT. You can retire after this season. And you know, your legacy will be good for at least 10, 15, well, 20, you got 20, 30 years. Your legacy gonna be good until you about 70, 80 probably. So be happy with that.
Yeah, man. It's hopefully. I ain't gonna say hopefully you win so you can leave because I'm Mahomes to win.
All right.
Just get out the league, man. You got it. You got it, bro.
Man, all right. So moving off to some GOAT talk, to some more GOAT talk. The Chiefs and the Buccaneers on February 7th, they will be facing each other to figure out who's the best team in NFL for the 2020 season. As we said, Tom Brady will be appearing in his 10th Super Bowl, while the Chiefs, who were just in the Super Bowl last year, are looking to dethrone the GOAT. We both been talking. We both know we want the Chiefs to win. Tell me how you think the Chiefs is gonna win. Do something different. Tell me how you think they're gonna get it done.
You want something different?
Yeah, give me something different.
The defense is playing really well. You know the offense is gonna do their thing. So the defense.
Right. I highlighted that defense a lot too. But this game for me, it's like It's the passing of the torch. That's exactly how this game is set up. You had the game, not Kareem, but Magic and Jordan. You had that when at one point we realized a Magic got to pass that torch to Jordan. Then Jordan had to pass the torch to Kobe. Kobe passed it to Bron, and Bron, he's not letting that thing go apparently.
I was about to say, who you passing it to?
Hey, like ain't nobody yet. You see how he playing? He holding on to that thing for a while.
He got a death grip on it now.
Yeah, but yeah, this is gonna be the passing of the torch for Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes. I feel like Patrick Mahomes is gonna outplay him. I think defense is not really gonna be a factor because we're talking about two elite quarterbacks. This is gonna be back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Defense is gonna get some.
Tom hasn't played exceptionally well. It took him a minute to get going, get into the season. I let that slide, off season and COVID. So I was like, all right, it's gonna take a minute to get going in the system. But as the season went along, you can see he's regressed a little bit, but still Tom Brady. He's gonna get the job done.
Right.
But the defense has been the anchor of this team. So
yeah. I agree with you. He regressed, but then I'm gonna say like week 15, it started going back up, and I was like, oh man, he's playing good. He's playing good. But this defense has really been saving us behind a lot.
Especially in all three of the playoff games, if you think about
it. Right. There's no other game you can throw 3 interceptions and you still win against a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers. If you give Mahomes 3 interceptions, there's no way you're going to win. He's putting points on that board every time. I don't care if it's field goal, or field goal, touchdown, field goal. He's putting points on that board, and that's gonna hurt you. That's gonna hurt you when it comes to the end. Now, the last time these two teams played against each other, it was in the 2018 playoffs. The Chiefs did allow him to put 37 points on him, as in Tom Brady put 37 points on the board, threw for 524 yards. Again, and you think about it, he put 524 yards on with the offense that he had with the Patriots. I'm very nervous and scared to see what he's gonna do with this Bucs team. Even though it's 2 years later, that's scary.
Now they did play in the regular season, and Brady,
yes,
he had a good game. He 27 for 41, 345.
Oh yeah, that's the game where Tyreek Hill had like 260 yards in the first half.
First quarter. He had like 206 in the first quarter.
Okay, yeah. That was crazy.
And the Chiefs won that game 27-24 down in Tampa Bay. So it's gonna be a rematch in Tampa Bay again. So
it's back in Tampa Bay again. Oh, this ain't nothing. The only difference is this is a Super Bowl game.
Yeah, that's a big difference though now.
If it wasn't COVID, it'd be a big difference. Like, because usually during the Super Bowl, you go down there, you're down there for a week. It's a lot of commotion, a lot of things going on because everybody's celebrating. People who usually go down there for like 3-4 days, maybe a week. So there's a lot of festivities going on. The players gonna want to do things, and it could sort of throw you out of whack. But I think the team is leaving like Friday night. One day in a hotel, then game day. They're doing all the normal things that they usually do. They're not really uncomfortable, about having to sleep in a hotel for a week.
Yeah, because now you think about it, they're not having like the media day or the media week where I'm just here so I won't get fined.
You said what?
I said I'm just here so I won't get fined.
How you gonna get fined?
I said I'm just here so I won't get fined.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah.
Hey, but it's gonna be a very interesting game. What's your score? What's your final score?
42-27. 42-31.
42-31. Good God.
Chiefs.
Oof. Well, of course, we know that.
Oh yeah.
Sheesh, I can counter that. Said 42-31. 35-28. No field goals. They're going to go straight touchdowns. 35-28.
That I was thinking too, but I kind of felt bad when I predicted the Packers game and it was 31-26. So I'm just like, I'm gonna give the abnormal number this time.
You're right. Say what I say, 38, 35? I say 38. 38,
I was gonna say
38,
38. I was gonna say 38, 35. I was just like, nah, I'm gonna say something a little different.
Nah, hey, if the final score is 38-35, I'm going to be shaking the entire time because I do not. 7-10, 70%. I just don't want to hear it for the rest of my life. I want him to have a normal day. I want him to have a normal life.
No, just Brady, just go out there and play like you did against Green Bay second half.
Oh yeah, go do that. Promise you won't be holding the Lombardi Trophy. I guarantee you that. I put 100,000 on it. I only got 100,000. Yeah, but that's all we got for you guys today. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hit the like button, comment, subscribe. Tell us what you want us to talk about. I'm tired of agreeing with Nyshawn. I'm used to beating him on a weekly, but it's okay. We out.